This training is an overview of UCLA Policy 900, eligibility to submit a proposal for extramural support for research, training, and public service. UCLA Policy 900 outlines the eligibility criteria and responsibilities for individuals serving as principal investigators, co-principal investigators, and multiple principal investigators on extramurally funded projects. A principal investigator is an employee of UCLA, normally with an academic appointment, who is or becomes eligible under this policy to submit a proposal for extramural support for research, training, or public service, who personally participates in the project to a significant degree and who has primary responsibility for the scientific, technical, and administrative conduct and reporting of the project, including financial matters. A principal investigator who is the head of a training or public service project may be known as a project director or project administrator. A co-investigator is an investigator who will share responsibility for the scientific, technical, and administrative conduct and reporting of a project with a principal investigator. Each individual named as a co-principal investigator at UCLA must meet the same eligibility requirements as a principal investigator. There may be more than one co-principal investigator on a project. A multiple principal investigator is one of several PIs who is expected to equally share responsibility for leadership of multidisciplinary and other types of team science projects not optimally served by the single PI model. An MPI must also meet the eligibility requirements of a principal investigator. When sponsors allow an MPI model, the sponsor requires a project leadership plan as part of the proposal. Additionally, one of the PIs must be designated the contact PI, who is responsible for relaying communications between the investigators and the sponsor and the UCLA administrative offices. To remain eligible to serve as a PI, co-PI, or MPI, one must continue their employment or other status under which that eligibility was determined, and comply with all applicable policies of the university and the funding agency. If there is conflict between the UCLA and sponsor policy, the more strict policy shall be followed. Some individuals have PI eligibility based on their title per UCLA Policy 900. This includes academic senate members, full-time professional researchers in the College of Letters and Sciences, University Extension Specialist for training and public service projects, other specific roles or titles noted in the policy, and others by exception. Faculty advisors or mentors will typically be designated as principal investigators for graduate student fellowships awarded as grants. Graduate students, postdoctoral scholars, and other trainees may not normally serve as principal investigator, co-PI, or multiple PI. Exceptions may be granted to permit postdoctoral scholars and other trainees to apply for support for research training and mentor training grants to enhance their professional skills and prepare them for research independence. Principal investigators and department administrators can easily identify whether an individual has PI status per Policy 900 or requires an exception using the Investigator Directory Search in the ORA Online Resource Center. Campus officials delegated authority by the Chancellor can approve PI exceptions if the activity benefits the university, there is available space and facilities, and the individual is a UCLA employee capable of carrying out the PI responsibilities and usually employed at greater than 50%. To request an exception, submit a complete and signed PI exception letter or waiver with your ePass in the electronic ePass system. Refer to UCLA Policy 900 for more information regarding PI eligibility at UCLA. See UCLA Delegation of Authority 201.06 and UCLA Policy 910 for more information about who can approve exceptions.